Hey, guys. Thank you for joining us here for Financial Confidence God's Way at WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Lynn Demmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1 financial rebound coach. And today we'll be talking about what are those key principles that you need to follow in your investing. But before we get started, I want to remind you of our guiding principle for our show, which is Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I also implore that you pray over your finances as well as all areas of your life. But definitely, because this is Financial Confidence God's Way, we're praying over those finances. So if you'll commit this simple prayer to memory, it'll help you as you go along this journey, taking those steps to build generational wealth. So if you will, bow with me for a moment as we go before the throne. Lord, help me value the things in this world that are really valuable. That's my relationship with you, my life, and my family. Help make me a responsible steward of our financial resources. And let us trust your holy word. For the eternal glory of thy son, Jesus, we pray. Amen. Guys, if you'll commit that simple prayer to memory as you go through and grow your finances, I guarantee that you will be the good steward that you are called to be, as long as you keep these things in mind, that we make our money, keep our money, and grow our money. So, in looking at the topic today, we'll be talking about the 6 principles of investing. But before we get that, this is our segment of the show. This is our funny trivia segment of the show, guys. Did you know that on Sunday in Columbus, Ohio, it is illegal to sell what? Yes, to sell cornflakes. So guys, don't sell those cornflakes in Ohio on Sunday, not in Columbus. It's against the law. Who does that? I don't know, but it's the law. I'm just telling you the truth. Also, did you know in California, yes, in California, it's illegal to do what in a hotel room? It is illegal, y'all, to peel an onion. So when you go to California, don't peel any onions in those hotel rooms, y'all, or else you have to pay a fine. There'll be some consequences and repercussion. That's it for our funny trivia for today, guys. Make sure you're abiding by those laws no matter where you are traveling to. But as we move on, so our topic today our topic today is about investing, and what are those 6 principles of investing that you definitely need to follow. Run like a fire, willful and wild. This is the night that you were made for. All right, guys, let's get started. When we're talking about our investing is very important for us because this is how we do the grow your money part of the make your money, keep your money, grow your money mantra. And there are some very important principles that we definitely need to abide by, especially when we're investing in the stock market. These will hold true to other investment vehicles, but what we're really focusing on here is now investing in stock, because that's the most common, right, investment vehicle here in the United States, whether you're investing inside of your 401k and retirement plans or your SEP if you're self-employed. These are some more common ways that you start investing, especially if you're finding that you're investing on a budget. And if no matter where you are in your financial situation, you should be investing in a budget, because that budget is going to allow you to tell your money where to go, as opposed to your money simply fleeing from you. And that's how we maintain the status of a good financial steward. So let's get started with these key principles. Make sure that you have some notes, because note takers are money makers, y'all. That's what we say around here. Number 1, guys, make sure that you're always making a rational decision. Stay rational when it comes to your money. And why do I say that? Because anytime that we're dealing with our finances, our money, it can be in a very, very emotional thing that's now happening for us, because there's some attachment for many of us, because we have to learn. The Bible tells us to have, yeah, you can have money in your hand, but don't have it in your heart, right? And you don't have to have a love of money, but you do need money. Use money as a tool. So we have to recognize that it is a very emotional state when it comes to our finances, and we need to learn how to control that. And you control your emotions. Now, let me say that emotions are always going to be there when it comes to your finances, but why not let it be joyful, happy, you know, emotions that we're utilizing, as opposed to fearful, shameful emotions that can be attached to our finances. So when you learn how to be meticulous and intentional, right, in what you're doing with your finances, guys, that's how you get over that emotional roller coaster, and that allows you to sleep at night. So make sure that you're making rational decisions when it comes to your money, when you're investing your monies inside of different investment vehicles, whether that's your stock accounts, your stock portfolio, you have your investments and retirement accounts, or other investment vehicles that you're using. Make sure that you're always thinking things through, and don't let the emotional roller coaster, the shame, the pride, all of those things happen to you, because we all know pride goes before destruction, and we need to get rid of those things as far as our emotions are concerned, so that we can make great decisions to be that good steward of our finances. So that was number one, guys. Stay rational in all of your financial decisions. Make sure you're thinking things through, and ultimately doing the research is the main thing. Make sure you know what you're doing, right? And then do it. That's what's most important. It's not enough just to know, you have to do it as well. All right. And guiding principle number two, as far as our finances are concerned, guys, when we're talking about investing, one of the most important things that I cannot stress enough, and this should definitely be a non-negotiable for you in your finances, and that is to stick with what you know. So what are you saying, Lynn? What are you asking me to do when I do this? For example, I want you to take a moment and think about the things that you like. Look around your home, or your wherever you are, your office space. What are those things that are within that space, or within your your surroundings, that you like and love, right? For example, do you like Nike? Do you like Chipotle? Do you like whatever it happens to be? What are those things that you like, those names that you know, like, and love, that you can potentially also understand? And the reason I say that, once you have this list of things, make a list of 10 to 20 things, right? Because we're going to dwindle that list down and focus and prioritize which of those you want to look at as potential investment opportunities. So once you make those decisions, make sure you're picking things you know, like, and love, and that you can understand. Why do I say that? Because in the event something happens, and things will happen, because we know the markets go up, and what goes up must come down, right? So in looking at those investing opportunities, we need to make sure that we know, like, love, and understand it. We have to be able to do the research that's going to tell us that, yes, this is a great opportunity that I am going to buy, because this company is going to be around for the long haul. Case in point, in looking at your investments. So that's why I said find 10 to 20 things that you could potentially be interested in, that you would definitely want to research, and have that as a viable opportunity inside of your stock portfolio. So number one was to make rational decisions. Make sure you're staying rational, keeping your emotions under control. And number two is to stick with what you know, those companies you know, like, and love, and you have the possibility, if you were called to come in and run that company, to do some of those things behind the scenes, would you be able to do it? That's the type of research. That's how much I implore that you know, like, and love what you plan to invest in, because this is important, guys. This is your monies. And not only is it your money, it lends itself to number three. Number three is to put your money where your values are. Make sure that whatever companies you are investing in, that their values align with your values. You do not want to be, dare I say, funding, right, and an opportunity that does not align with your core beliefs, your core values. So make sure that you are doing the research to understand that. Yes, will this company be around? Does this company have a sustainable model? Do I recognize them because of their brand, because of their special sauce? What is it that this company has that's going to allow them to sustain? But also, does this company align with my core values and beliefs? So if all of those things are in alignment, then yes, you have a great stock that you can now potentially invest in, but you need to know now how and recognize how can I buy this stock on sale? Because we want to do the exact opposite of what the masses are doing. And that brings us to our next key principle. That next key principle for us, guys, is we have to find wonderful buying opportunities. And what do I mean by that? We have to buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. Case in point, with the stock market, oftentimes what we find, and you can select the stock, you choose the stock, you do the research, right? We find that there have been times where people have, once we see a stock going up, what's our inclination to do? Oh, go buy. Let's go get on the bandwagon, right? Go get on the bandwagon because everyone else is buying, everyone else is doing great. That stock is going up. Not saying there's not an opportunity to make money, there is, but there is a greater opportunity for you to now make money once that stock hits the ceiling and it starts coming down, right? It's the same concept that we employ. And when we go to Macy's, Macy's has that sale, right? We go in there, we see this item is on sale, it's 50% off. That's the same concept that I want you to take into when you look at those 10 businesses, right? Or that's 10 or 20 on your list that you've now done the research on. Identify when those businesses are on sale. What's the fair market value? And then what's the value you can now buy this stock at that's going to allow you to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. Because guys, why do you invest anyway? Investing is an opportunity for us to build generational wealth. Not only build generational wealth, but we can also use our investments to support us in retirement, because oftentimes a lot of people are finding themselves having to either, one, live in poverty in retirement, or two, go back to work in their retirement. What I'm sharing with you today is if you master these investing skills, then you can now use those skills during your retirement to continue to grow your monies, right? That's the goal. Make your money, keep your money, grow your money. Once you put these key principles into place, guys, and you develop the skill, you master the skill. And how do you master a skill? By doing it over and over and over. You can come here, you can listen to me, I can give you this great information, but until you put it into practice, nothing changes for you. So that's the goal. Get in here, do it over and over and over until you have mastered this thing for yourself. That's how you learn to make your money, keep your money, and grow your money.
Yeah, hey, babe, you're gonna be alright. Of that I am sure. Yeah, hey, babe, you're gonna be alright. Of that I am sure.
The fifth principle of investing that we're talking about here at Financial Confidence God's Way, guys, is make sure you know when to, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run, right? You remember that old song? One of the things I want to share with you is you need to know when to pull out of an investment, when it is a good opportunity for you versus when it is going south. when it's going bad. So it's very important to be able to study and know the indicators of what is happening, what are the events that are going on during this time span, and whether or not you should stay in or get out, right? That's very important to your investing opportunities. And this is one of the things that you may lack inside of a traditional 401k or individual retirement account. So it behooves us to get the investing education that we need to ensure that we continue to make our money, keep our money, and grow our money. Because ultimately, the end goal and the last principle is you have to know the story of that company. You know the story of that company, you follow that company, and you read, read, read. Why do you read? You read so that you understand and know what is happening within that industry. And this last key principle, I'm going to share with you some of the things that you need to be reading to ensure that you are continuing to develop this investing muscle, right? That's what you think about those bodybuilders. What do? They work that muscle over and over and over. So that's what I want you to do as far as your investing skill development as well. You have to always read different things, whether it's books, the Common Sense book of investing, or if it's magazines and periodicals, articles, anything that you can get your hands on. Because guys, we have the information superhighway at our fingertips, and it behooves us to take advantage of all of the information and the opportunities that are available to us, but we have to read. So what are some of the things that I want to share with you that you should be reading? I'm a couple of magazines that I read that I want to share with you guys. And it's a variety of different magazines, but the first one I want to share with you is the Fortune magazine. And this special issue of Fortune magazine actually also has, I marked a couple of things so I could share with you some of the things that I'm reading, some of the types of articles. In this particular article, I don't know that you can see that very well, but it talked about Uncle Sam's secret Bitcoin windfall. See, there are a lot of people that are interested in cryptocurrencies. So reading everything, consuming everything that you can about cryptocurrency as it comes in the news, because that's new, right? That's new. It doesn't have the history that, say, a Nike would have, where I could go back and search years or decades worth of history. This is new. So how do you stay on top of it? By reading, consuming the literature that is now being produced about that company and following suit. The only difference is with those other companies, they have annual reports, those 10Ks that are released, that are required that they release, that shares their financial statements. So I can go back and do all that research on an older company, but for those newer companies, you have to consume the material from periodicals and magazines of this nature. So another one I highly recommend is Bloomberg Business Week. Here I highlighted the Equifax fix because remember, not too long ago, there was a huge amount of information in the news in regards to the equity data breach and what people should be doing and whether or not you should be signing up to have your monitoring of your credit accounts and things of that nature. So it's just continuing to provide more information on that conversation. This is an older issue of Fortune, but I'm sharing this one in particular because this was the Investor's Guide, and they tend to release this every December for the next year. So they have some tips and tricks, if you will, on what to buy, what to sell, and how to turn small bets into big wins, things of that nature. Not saying that everything is always spot on, but it gives you some direction. And what I tend to share with you, and I hope that you catch and take with you, is that you should be making these decisions for you. Get informed, think things through so that you can sleep at night, because that's the end game, guys, so that you'll be able to sleep at night as you make these investing decisions. And one of the others, and I shared Forbes before, but this was another issue of Forbes magazine that I liked because they highlighted the billionaires information, and there's so many different key articles and opportunities that are included in here. They even mentioned the one that I in particular kept, and I continue to share and comment on within my groups, is the war against cash. and what's the thinking and rationale behind this, and what are some of those alternative investments that we should now be looking into. Sorry about that, guys. So taking into account all of these different things, what should we be now doing to make our money, keep our money, and grow our money? Ultimately, it begins with you. Invest in you. Take the time to read, understand, and definitely take action. I'm Lynn Demmons, America's #1 rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1. And I invite you to connect with me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, follow me over on Facebook at Financial Confidence God's Way. I also want to invite you to schedule. If you want to have a conversation with me as far as your finances and investing, I invite you to join me at bit.ly, that's bit.ly/talk-to-Lynn, where you can actually schedule an appointment to get on my calendar and talk to me about your finances. Or if you would like to join us, we have a community, Women Who Invest, bit.ly/WWInvest, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here at Financial Confidence God's Way, where we're giving you the tips, tools, tricks, strategies to build your investment portfolio and make sound financial decisions, because ultimately that's what we do. We make our money, we keep our money, and we grow our money. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next week.